Hello everybody, how are we doing? So, it's January 14th, 2023, and welcome back to another Saturday Skin Showcase. I'm your host Hedge, along with my co-host right there, Mr. MICRØ. We have a few groups of skins to look at today, which we'll review from both a gameplay and a Steam market investment point of view. First, we'll take a look at this week's Rust item store rotation, and we'll follow that up with a look at any workshop submissions from the week which might be considered as continuations of existing sets. We hope that this information will properly prepare us to make informed investment decisions about both upcoming and existing Steam market items. If you have any insights of your own that you'd like to share, please feel free to contribute to the chat, as you can see right there during the stream. Hello chat, how you doing? Say hello to YouTube. So yes, you may do that if you like, or if you wish, you might want to consider joining our investor community, our Discord. It's linked below in the YouTube description. And with that, thank you. Mr. MICRØ, how you doing? How you doing over there, Mr. MICRØ?
Hello, Hedge. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you. You're looking quite nice in the dusk sun. And, yeah, prices are pretty good at the moment in terms of Rust skins. Post-Christmas momentum is seemingly still in full force. Prices are still doing very nicely. Loads of people still playing Rust. At the moment, it seems to be about 140 to about 150,000 people playing during the weekend. So, you know, it's still doing good. Prices are still good. Making sales and making great profits is still possible. And, of course, next week we have Chinese New Year, or Lunar New Year. That'll be next week. So, hopefully we might see another influx of money being pumped into the economy. We shall see. So, with that, let's put all that to the side. Mr. MICRØ, shall we start showing off some skins? But, I can't seem to see any constellations, MICRØ. Where might they be? Should I turn on...
You gotta look up to the heavens. Look up in the sky.
Oh, there we are. Perfect. So, Mr. MICRØ, let's get a good look at what we see here. So, Cavency has successfully continued his Constellations collection. We have the Constellations, sorry about that. Sorry, Constellations Garage Door. So yes, right now up for sale for $2.99. And, well, MICRØ, from what I've seen recently, Garage Doors are selling very nicely at the moment. Of course, as with most other skins during these times, but... one of the things I was worried about... Oh, are you doing a little walk across? You can do that again. Sorry, I didn't realise you were about to do that. I was about to have a lovely talk. You can do it once more.
You never know when someone's going to be sneaking around.
It's the MICRØ comment. He's obstructing my view of my telescope. Anyway, so let's get a good look at you. How about we get it during the day? Back to during the day. Here we are. Perfect. So, yes. A lot of garage doors are selling very nicely at the moment. And, like... it's something to keep an eye out for if you're thinking, oh, is this the thing to buy for the week? It might be, because you might not realise Cavency was also the skin creator who made the Outer Planets collection. And he was very successful in getting many skins being accepted for his Deplorable collection, where eventually the initial skins that came out for it ended up selling for very nice prices. In fact, go take a look right now. Go see the prices those Outer Planet skins are selling for. So, with Constellations... we've only just kind of got started with it, and you've got to think more in the long term, right? Because the prices at the moment are selling at their all-time best, but they're not always going to be like this. And unfortunately, this got released during the best time. So it very likely might be vulnerable to potentially going down in price, but for the potential new Constellation skins that might be coming out during this year, by the time we hit post-Christmas 2023 into 2024, this might be selling for about double the price, much like the Outer Planets garage door. So it's just something for you to keep an eye out for. Like, it probably, most likely, will be following the same path that Outer Planets performed as. So, get a good look at the designs. It's a nice mesh netting with all the wires just behind, the nice neon lighting and whatnot. Done a pretty good job here, Cavency. You've tried to get a few skins accepted fairly recently, didn't you? You had the double armoured doors. You had a sheet metal single door. Unfortunately, they weren't successful. But, you know, we might end up seeing maybe some boxes. Maybe a large box. So, hello, Philip. Hello, David. Hello, Zykenet. Hello, Aquatic. Hello, Paul. Hello, Wazar. How are you all doing? Do you like this door? Please give your opinions. Tell Mr. Cavency what you'd like to see being made next. because it's a bit of a potluck, but I know the more you see, the more investment will be going into this. Any words you'd like to say, Mr. MICRØ?
I think he did a great job extending this to the garage door, the theme that is from the other deployables we've seen. And judging from what I've seen out of this collection so far, I think it has potential for maybe more deployables, and I could definitely see some people taking interest in that.
So
people seem to like the Constellation set, and I don't blame them. It's pretty cool.
I think he needs to make a rug, because then you can put it on the ceiling, and at night time you can look up to the stars.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Quincy. You got a perfect idea there, so keep an eye out for that. I'm sure we will be seeing some more. Demo said, I'd like to see a version 2 of the double armored door. Funny you say that, because the most recent one was a version 2. It wasn't successful, unfortunately, but you never know. We'll probably see another one in the near future. But we can't dwell on this forever, because we have more deployables to talk about. Mr. MICRØ, shall we talk about the Twig Box? In the Twig Twig section. Sorry, it rhymes. I got mixed up there. I said collection so many times, I messed myself up. But yeah, last week we took a look at a certain very special looking door, and we thought to ourselves, maybe, possibly, that Twig door might not be all alone. Maybe we'll see a collection come out of it. And well, here you go, because quite coincidentally, last week we showed you this, and surprise, surprise, literally next week the Twig Box gets accepted as well. So let's just give you a bit more of a context about this. The Twig door, last week, the Twig Wooden door, sold over 32,000 sales. So I'm not surprised Facepunch thought, yeah, maybe we want to put a bit more faith into this collection. We'll accept the skin instantly. So that's okay. You know, it's a reasonable, I can't speak. There is a reasonable enough explanation to understand why this was probably introduced straight away. But it's not selling as much as that Twig door. The gimmick doesn't seem to have kind of like transferred over as much. Like, I think we already talked about that last week. This looks a bit smaller and a bit odd when you compared it to the likes of the Twig and that Twig door. But what we did say is there's probably a good chance we're going to be seeing some more Twig stuff. And people are making jokes, Twig furnace. I really wouldn't be surprised if we see a Twig large box, for example. Twig locker. There's loads of potential things, but the gimmick of the Twig door was it lined up perfectly with the Twig walls and whatnot. And as we mentioned on modded servers and whatnot, there's some servers where you can't destroy bases, so making Twig bases as, Twig rivals, tee-hee, but yeah, you get the idea. It doesn't seem to have really transferred over to the likes of this small box. And this is looking like it's probably only going to have about 12,000 sales, which is perfectly fine, but not as much as that wooden door, and I am worried about that wooden door because I think it might be a bit oversaturated. But Mr. MICRØ, would you like to offer an opinion or two? Maybe you might want to whip out your headlamp as I make it night time.
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that while I'm talking here. One of the impactors here, I think, that may be influencing desire for this is the fact that we just had a small wood box on a recent shop in that Blue Lotus box.
Yes.
And that one is a glowing small wood box, and since this one doesn't have any glow, that may be influencing people's interest a little bit. I think a lot of people liked that blue box. It came out of nowhere, that Lotus box. It was that one seemed to do pretty well in terms of sales. And
it's already in a positive as well. It's already in a positive.
Yep. So if everybody just spent their small wood box money on that, then I don't know. Maybe that explains why this isn't doing quite as well. I mean, I think technically speaking, from the skin side of things, he's got all the right details here. I mean, it's definitely the twig texture, and he's got a nicely done normal map to give this, as much depth and as texture as you could. And it's certainly in the theme of the twig material that we see in the building. My only, and I hate to categorize it as a complaint, my only criticism would be the scale is just a little off, so it doesn't really match. The gimmick breaks a little bit when you compare it to all the rest of the twigs that we see. But hey, it wasn't so bad that Helk objected to it, and I think in general it does fit the Twig theme pretty well. Just a question of how in demand are Twig items, and well, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on this. Maybe at the end of the week that maybe this will see a turnaround when people realize that it's been underinvested, and potentially we'll see some other Twig item come out to extend that collection and could rejuvenate some interest there. I'm speaking in hypotheticals now, but we'll
How
just have
f-
to kind of wait
how
and see that.
far can primitive technology take us?
Mm.
So yeah, it is a matter of like how far could you really take this gimmick, and I think a twig locker would do quite nicely. And
Yeah,
I do like the counterintuitive idea of having a twig furnace. That actually
I
might be really funny.
I think that's
Like
pretty clever.
I,
Yeah, that could work. I mean, a twig table could be interesting. I
twig
mean,
chair. There's loads of
yeah,
things that
why
could be
not?
done. Yeah,
Why not?
exactly. Exactly. So there's a lot of potential for it, but let's see where it goes. And if we do see more of it, much like with what I said, and this is definitely something I'm noticing now with the likes of deployable collections. When there's more, they also go up in price, and that's exactly what happened with that Constellations garage door. When that appeared, the armored door and the double door shot up in price. Go take a look. Go take a look. That armored door shot up to about like $5. That was ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, that is one of the hopes we actually have with the likes of the Blue Lotus small box that you were talking about just there. If we do see more skins being made, we would expect more investment, more demand, more, higher prices and whatnot. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But, yeah, twig bone knife. I mean, sure. Right, MICRØ. So, yeah. Shall we talk about the armor door right next to you? And quite spooky, isn't it? See, this is actually a version 2. This is made by Stepan. Oh, I should point out, so this is made by Freddy and Krueger. Yes, that's a great pairing of names. And this right here is made by Stepan, and quite some time back I saw the original version in the workshop for a Tuesday workshop skin checks. It looked alright, but I kind of kept looking at it, and I kept looking at it, and I thought, is that Minecraft? But he did a different version, and I think he did a really good upgrade to this, and lo and behold, it got accepted. So if we just turn off the lights, what I really like is come on, here we go. I like what he's done here. That's a clever use of the glow in the dark. And as you know, this isn't actually emitting light, but it's the image. Like MICRØ, you can better explain this. This isn't actually giving off light. It's actually just emitting. What's the layer called? I am very sorry.
It's the emissive layer on the skin. The stack of skin maps, and it doesn't shine light like the way it doesn't cast a beam of light the way my miner's helmet does, right? But it does give off a glow, so it doesn't light up your base, but it does help you see or find your way in the dark. So I think it's a pretty nicely done glow that he's baked on there, and it's got a very realistic appearance to it. So
yeah, like very
something I always appreciate in a glow map is some realism, and this definitely cuts it.
Here you go.
Good
Let me
job.
stand in front of it whilst you walk across. Yeah, the whole thing glows, but with the way that the skulls were textured, it's as if the glow is only coming from one side, and that's great.
Mhm.
Like, of course, from the light source, the proposed light source. So again, Mr. MICRØ, would you like to use your light on it just so we can get a nice image?
Yeah.
Yes. And then, as you slowly move around, see how
you really can see how it interacts with the texture and the light just come together and make those shadows where you would expect to see them. And even though this is still just the plain old armored door underneath, the shape and size of it is still identical to the normal ordinary armored door. This, like many other skins, have a normal map applied, which gives it the illusion of texture and depth, and that's created by the way it interacts with the light, creates shadow. So yeah, I think it's nicely implemented. He's got a nice gloss map on there. Really well done.
The only
It,
now,
it, it
go on.
feels like a Halloween kind of skin, maybe not a January skin, but I'm not going to complain. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job of this. But my only worry is, oh, I'm in the way. What can you do with this now? This kind of looks like something you could probably only do with the armored door. Now, I mean, you could make adaptations. It probably could easily be turned into a sheet metal door or a double armored door and whatnot. But I don't know if this is going to successfully become a collection, and I don't know if they plan to turn it into a collection.
Not everything has to be a collection. In the old days, so to speak, I'm using air quotes, we didn't have collections really. We had just cool items in the game. That was a development that happened over the history of the course of time. And well, everyone loves sets. Everyone loves collections.
Oh, we love them.
we lose sight of the fact that not everything needs to be a collection. You know, it's just nice to have unique standalone items.
Furnace is coming. He will try to continue it. Oh, thank you for the... Cavency just appeared and gave us the insider scoop. Thank you for that. Okay, that's cool. Right, so apparently we're going to be seeing a dungeon...
Oh, a furnace.
Yeah.
Oh.
With skulls all around it and whatnot. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, you got the
sir.
You got the sneaky peeky, the quick the quick info. I hope you're around to hear the talk we had about your door, Mr. Cavency. Nice to see you pop in and say hello. But good things, don't you worry. So, with that deployed well out of the way, Mr. MICRØ, we have weapons. Would you like to go make yourself look extra nice? Strike a pose. I'm going to go look for polar bears. They're not out. Anyway, what do I have in my hands right here? It's a continuation of the Cybercode collection made by Mr. Eros. Yep, we've got the Matrix all over here. We showed this off last week, didn't we?
Yep, we sure did.
He's been pretty successful, Mr. Eros. Lots of skins being accepted recently. I mean, I say that every week. It's the routine. Right, so if I could just quickly make it nighttime. Come on. There we go. No, nothing stands out. Nothing stands out. Back to daytime. Aim sight. Nothing different. It's all dark. Alright, understood. Mr. MICRØ, strike a pose and look good. Hello, Mr. MICRØ. How you doing? Let's get a little bit closer and zoom in a bit. Whoa! So we were talking about this last week, didn't we? We can see all the wiring along, all along the wires and whatnot. Actually, if I turn it to 8, we get the nice sky in the background. Stands out a bit better, doesn't it? So, we've got a pretty nice looking MP5. Get a good look at that. Get a good look at the nice handle there. Let's make it daytime again. Get a good close up to the sides. And, well, Mr. MICRØ doesn't want to get confused with all of his guns, so he makes sure to label this as MP5. But yeah, every Cybercode weapon seems to be labelled, which is, you know, pretty cool. And, of course, you saw it at my end. There's the little skull. Oh, wait, no. Is the skull not in this? Wait, hang on a minute. We don't have a skull, MICRØ. He's gone. No skull. No. Oh, it's the first skin without a skull staring at you as you aim down. That's not nice. Oh, but anyway, let's just make it night time. Get a nice pan around once more. So yeah, MP5 skins. Still looking very pretty at the moment, unfortunately. Only the Blackout MP5 is doing well. Out of all of the 2022 MP5 skins that came out, only Blackout is doing good, which is quite unfortunate. Mr. MICRØ, would you like to put it on your back? And, well, the benefits of the Blackout MP5 was, number one, it's part of the Blackout collection, very in demand. And, well, it also has the cut-off aim sight, if you remember. So, yeah, that's got a nice bunch of bonuses. All the other MP5s have been neglected, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be doing all right. It's something I'm a bit concerned about. It's not about the skin, it's about the item, unfortunately. So, Mr. MICRØ, any words before we move on to the next one?
I like the workshop screenshots he posted for this, showing him down in the tunnels, in the underground tunnels, because this is a great skin for that kind of dark environment where, like, if you're going out to PvP, and it's daytime, you might be wearing a green like Forest Raiders set or a No Mercy or a Whiteout set or something if you're in the snow. But if you're going down in the train tunnels, a dark colored set is pretty useful for that kind of thing. So maybe this is suitable for that. Maybe if you're going to be lurking around those dark environments, like this is a perfect skin to have. There's no glow to give you away. There's no flashy, bright, reflective parts to catch your eye. So it's definitely got some nice subdued color palette, and it certainly does blend in pretty nicely in a dark environment. So
Green
that's
enough, green enough
yeah.
to help you somewhat stay camouflaged in the grassy green areas. Dark enough where it doesn't stand out that much. That's actually a great point to bring up. Perfect point, actually. So, for your considerations.
Some commentary in chat there, kind of being a bit negative about the position of the MP5 in the meta right now, which is to say it's not great, and I have to agree with that. It's definitely not as useful as it used to be, but don't lose hope. There's always
Another. Yeah, that's exactly it. There seems to be every year a point where they decide, right, it's time to change up the weapons a bit. And last year, of course, was the recall update. So just keep an eye out. You never know. There might be another meta shift. We might see some more weapons. We might see different bullets. Many things could happen. Just keep an eye out, and we'll see what content comes out this year.
Yeah.
Sorry to have interrupted.
That's fine. I was just going to say, weapon balance changes like that are usually very well thought out, and I think there was quite a bit of thought that went into the decisions that they made. But after lots of player feedback, there's no reason that they couldn't change that. So don't lose hope on these types of things. MP5 is not ruined forever, even if you perceive it as being ruined now. All it takes is one person to find a clever way to use it, and it becomes meta again. Hedge mentioned maybe they introduce a new type of ammo, or maybe they rework a type of ammo, like with the case with the pump slug. That gun, that combo went from
nothing
useless,
to everywhere.
to like hard meta, like tier 2 sniper basically, and then just as quick as it got buffed, it got nerfed again.
Yes.
So, easy come, easy go. And right now we're in a bit of a slump with MP5 in terms of its usage, but that could change.
Literally last year, it was one of the most in-demand guns, and the skins were perfect. Like, they were exactly like the Thompsons. So if you go look at how Thompson skins are performing at the moment, MP5 used to be exactly like that. I was staring at them the whole time. And then that recall update suddenly lost a ton of value. And I had hundreds. So, yeah, sorry to have interrupted there again, Mr. MICRØ, but I think we got the point across. Just wait and see what potentially might be coming out in 2023. Right, let's go show off the next weapon, and that is, in my hands, it's another Python. It's the Wasteland Python. So, Mr. Andre has made pretty cool looking gun. It's not super colourful, it's got more of a design to it, more of a theme. Shooting the sun. Yeah, get a good look at that. People keeping a tally on the side. Let's get a good look at you. Death shot. I've killed this guy, I've killed this guy. So yeah, as we move back over to here, actually first of all, just aim down during the darkness. Aim sight doesn't really reflect light that much. And then we look at it as we aim down the sight. It's a fairly reddish brown. So I don't know if that's going to be the best in most environments, but it does help out quite a lot with this snowy environment, doesn't it? And then you put it up against the rocket. It doesn't really help as much, does it? So yeah, right, Mr. MICRØ. Hello. Let's get a good pose of yo. Okay.
I like this skin.
It looks cool.
For those of you who know me, I like the salvage kind of deteriorated look that comes with the environment of Rust. You know, if you look around at monuments, everything is old and decrepit and salvaged, and that's really like how Rust got its start. You know, everything in Rust was cobbled together or crafted out of salvaged parts, and I think that really does give it its charm. And this gun has it encapsulates that look and feel very well. And
Rusty, used, worn
yeah,
out.
just exactly. This thing just looks like it's been through who knows what and back, and now it's just like, it's got that feel to it, like it's just this old decrepit thing that was been laying around in a box for 80 years, and someone dusted it out and they're putting it back into service. We have seen over the years now a lot of more flashy looking skins,
Yes.
which is they've done quite well. Many flashy looking skins have performed quite nicely, and I may be in the minority when it comes to preferring things like this, which are old and decrepit. But that's just my personal spin I have on it. As far as taste go, I like it. Now, I don't know if you want to ask me about how it's going to perform on the market. That may be a different story, but all I could say is just I think it's cool.
Would you be able to put it on your back?
I can put it on my hip. How about that?
Yes. Sorry, I remember from the previous one. So yeah, it's got more of a theme. Like what am I trying to say? It's
Let
not.
me turn this way. You can see it in the sun maybe a little bit.
Yeah, it's not trying to be a stylized, colourful skin.
Right.
It's trying to have a theme and identity to itself. Maybe we could see some more skins like this being made. It could happen. You never know. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is like isolated. It's just this skin, and it does look really cool.
It's got a very grounded look to it. Sorry, I just talked right over you.
No, that's fine. I had a nice pause, and you added a very good point. Grounded, down to earth, more realistic design. The guy that's stuck in Rust Island, he's been keeping count. Yeah, you get the idea. Like, I don't know why it's got wires in it. That's the one thing I'm a bit confused. What happened? How do you get that stuck in there?
Are you a gun expert, Hedge? All of a sudden, guns have lots of wires in them. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. That's a great question, but
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's maybe it's a walkie-talkie gun. Hey, can you hear me? Pass this over to you. I don't know. But hey,
make sure you put the correct ear end up to your ear when you're talking.
I was about to do that, but yeah. Right, Mr. MICRØ, should we now show off some clothing skins? Yes. Last week we showed off some Burlap clothing, and lo and behold, what got accepted? Do you have it?
Oh, you want me to put it on?
Yes. It's the Arctic Protection. Wait, hang on a minute. What's this all about? Yes, Face Punch decided to keep the name. So let's just point this out. Do you have the poncho, Mr. MICRØ? Slap it on. Show us what you got. So we saw the Arctic Camo poncho come out, back in September? Very nice. It was originally called the Arctic Protection poncho. But for some strange reason, Face Punch thought, no, we'll call it the Arctic Camo poncho. That's a better sounding name. And now, a few months later, what do we see? We get the Arctic Protection Burlap shirt and pants being submitted, and then it gets accepted, and they keep the name. So I don't know what's going on there, but they are part of the same collection made by the same creator, Mr. Demon. So give us a nice twirl, Mr. MICRØ. Give us a nice spin around. So,
okay. I'm doing really quick is just crafting myself some burlap, some white burlap shoes. Really wrap that picture up there.
Yeah, those socks are going to help out in the snow, aren't they? But yeah, it's the first Burlap shirt and pants to be accepted in about almost a year and a half. The most recent ones to be accepted was Fisherman, if you remember. Fisherman shirt, pants, and it came with a hat. So yeah, that's been quite some time. But Demon's been trying to get Arctic collection skins being accepted for quite a few months now. We've seen the likes of hide shirt, hide pants, hide boots, we had the knife, we had the bucket helmet, the glow-in-the-dark bucket helmet. None of them were accepted, but then we got this, and it was accepted, and it's selling insanely. This burlap shirt and pants have already surpassed 20,000 sales after 2 days, and it's starting to look like a bit of a problem. If you recall, with the likes of of course, the poncho, that was the first poncho to be accepted after a year, and everybody jumped onto it. It ended up with over 40,000 sales, and then it struggled. It struggled because there's far too many that were bought. It was oversaturated. Remember, demand versus quantity. If there's too much quantity, more of that excess quantity is going to end up on the Steam market, it's going to end up on third-party sites, and the value is going to struggle because people are undercutting each other. So now let's just point out what happened when this burlap shirt and pants were accepted. It caused the sudden demand for the poncho to go up. It went from about 750 quantity on the Steam market down to about 500, and I saw it because I showed it all off on my Rustore rotation video. And it was steadily going all the way above $1, and then everybody starts to unload all of their stock onto the Steam market. And now when you look, there's tons of resistance. There's tons of... There's too big of a number of quantity being listed at just barely over $1 because everybody decided, oh, it's suddenly gone up in price. Time to grab all several hundred of the ponchos I own and throw them on the market. And yeah, so unfortunately it has hit a stop. The brakes have been put down and... yeah, it's unfortunate, but could it have gone further? It might have, but yeah, that is the problem with a skin that has sold far too much, especially when there's more being added to the collection. So, do you reckon this is the end for the likes of the Burlap or the the Arctic Protections collection, or do you reckon we'll see some more? Because I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Demon decides to make another attempt for the boots. Maybe he'll make some gloves. Maybe he'll make hoodie and pants. That could happen. But yeah, from what we got out of this so far, I can't complain. But it's definitely in a position where I'd rather wait until Wednesday or Thursday to consider buying the burlap stuff. Because, yeah, the amount of sales that have happened are really, really awkward. It's starting to get to a point where I'm worried we're probably going to end up at around maybe 35,000 sales each. And it might struggle. However... there is a positive. We hardly ever see burlap clothing being accepted ever. As I said, it's been almost a year and a half since we saw the likes of burlap being accepted. But it's the very same position as what happened with the poncho. Half the reason why the Arctic Camo poncho struggled is because suddenly we started to see a poncho skin being accepted every other week, and we saw what 7, 8, 9 poncho skins being accepted into 2022. Yeah, so that does look pretty good. That does look pretty good there, MICRØ. He's just showing off what works well with it. But yeah. If we do suddenly see tons of burlap clothing being accepted this year, we're going to see the exact same problems from what we saw. Hello, Dark Dynex. How are you doing? Do you like what you see? So, there is the positive of its camouflage. In fact, MICRØ, how about you go do a nice game of hide and seek and I'll find you. Just tell me what direction you're going. All right, stick to the hard left and I'll try and find you in a minute. So, yeah. It does have... camouflage properties to it. That would be very nice, but we'll see how good it is in a minute. Right, MICRØ, you just tell me when you're ready.
All right. Have a look. See what you think.
All right, let's go find Mr. MICRØ. Where might he be? Where might he be? There you are. I see you. I could see your hat. If you remove the hat...
oh, no.
Yeah, I could just about see your hat. Yeah, if you took that hat off...
I put on my miner's hat. Is that any different? Any better?
Well, you look so much better looking. How about you fly over to the opposite side? So try that again. We'll try that again. I'll just go stare at this wood floor. Chat, do you like this wood floor? Ah, look at the carpentry on this. Look at how wonderful. And yes, those are toes. Do you like toes? I don't speak much English, but I like your videos. That's nice of you. Thank you very much, Mr. Dark Dynex. MICRØ, are you ready?
All right, I'm good. You'll never find me here.
Are you seeing me on my stream?
Yeah. You're looking in approximately the right direction.
Okay. Let's just aim down, and he better not be floating above me.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, no, this is... Oh! Oh! Did you just shoot down another wall again? You've done that 2 weeks in a row now.
Well, you were standing in front of the wall. What do you want me to say?
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Chat, could you see him? I thought you were in the rocks. That's actually pretty good.
This little bush here.
Let's just hop back over to here. Stand here again. You broke the poor... Anyway. I thought you were there, but then I thought, no, that's just the bush. But if you stand right next to that little bush over there, I legit could not see you properly. Now I can. Now I can see your head. But behind that bush, yeah. That's pretty good. So, no, it's... Yeah, okay, Meta. If you want to go buy all of it, it's up to you. But I'd rather wait a little bit and maybe buy it on Wednesday or Thursday. It's looking like a situation where I might consider doing a buy order instead. But that, right there, with your little sandals, it's a pretty good setup. And it, wouldn't cost too much in terms of resources in the game. Yes, MICRØ, it's a success. 20k plus sales already. Yeah, I know. I just realised you were responding to someone else. But yeah, pretty good. Will we see some more? With the amount of sales that I've just seen with the likes of that Burlap pants and hoodie, shirt, I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see some more. Much like with what happened with the Twig Box, the Twig Door and the Twig Box, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some more being accepted. So, Mr. MICRØ, that is all of the marketable skins for this week. Should we now start discussing the Trust and Rust skins? So, people, if you are aware, tomorrow an event is going on. Oh, MICRØ, I can see too much of you.
Oh,
yeah, do you wanna put down that fridge? Should we put it here? I feel like it's... Instead of looking at the ever so good looking Mr. MICRØ, we're going to take a look at Floaty Man in the fridge.
Yeah.
Where are you going to put him? He's good. Right, if I just stare at the floor and then stare back again, turn the lights off. Oh wait,
you guys should have this on.
Hey, it's Floaty Man in a fridge. How you doing? Yeah, these jokes aren't landing. We're getting a cold. we're getting a cold reception. So, hey, this is the first. Well, okay. I mistakenly thought initially that this was a marketable skin. Turns out, no, it's permanent. When you buy it, it's stuck to your account forever. Don't buy multiples, alright? It's not going to work out very well for you. But yeah, this is a really cool looking glow-in-the-dark fridge. Cool idea behind it. But if you are aware, that body isn't actually a body. It's literally like a drawing on it. Maybe it's just... I was about to say a tan line, but that wouldn't be correct, would it? Also, I've just noticed, if you look through this set of sides, you kind of see through it a bit weirdly. So, I've just noticed that. Anyway, pretty cool idea. Fun skin to have, do you reckon? If you store your food in this, is it going to get a bit of a weird taste, do you reckon, Mr. MICRØ?
No, it'll stay good forever.
He's all vinegary and a pickled man. Oh, your human meat has got a bit of a weird taste to it now. So, imagine. So, yeah, is he your friend now? Give him a hug. Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
This is like when you have like pets in an aquarium or whatever, and you're not really supposed to like tap on the glass. Aren't we like traumatizing this guy in here?
I don't think he's going to be able to do much about it, so we can be as cruel as we want. Plus, we like rust, so, it's just in our nature.
True.
All right, you can put him away now, Mr. MICRØ. Shall we go take a look at the likes of the double sheet metal door? Yeah, let's just get a good daytime view, I meant to say. I don't know why I said pick. Yes. So, we have a Rustoria. Yes, sorry, I said that wrong. Rustoria double sheet metal door. It's going to be a Twitch drop. So, just to point out, we have skins both in the Rust store and we have Twitch drops. So, as of tomorrow, on Sunday, January 15th, hJune's event for the Trust and Rust, it will be going on. hJune has four drops that you can get, and there are 4 general drops. Now, I'm not sure if they've kind of made a bit of a mix-up, because there's 2 Rustoria skins and there's 2 hJune skins, but all 4 skins are being dropped if you watch hJune. I don't fully know what's going on there, so do be prepared. It might be a case of they fix it and you have to watch the Rustoria stream. So if you want to see this skin, as of now, you have to watch hJune. So just point that out. So, yep, let's just give this a better look. And I've gone through my body, my apologies. So yes, it's another double sheet metal door. It's for free. Get a good look at this. In fact, how about we turn the lights off and... yeah. MICRØ, do you happen to know who actually made this skin? Oh, we should have said that for the fridge as well, shouldn't we? I'm not sure if you know.
The fridge was made by Diva Dan. The Rustoria double door, I believe, is Milafrito's skin. Like, he made the other... the large wood box and the single sheet door, I believe.
Not a bad looking door. It's very bright. Mr. MICRØ, you can walk in front of it if you want. I think
I actually, you didn't notice, and because I didn't say anything, I actually got up and flew away over to the military tunnel. I was down in the basement looking at one of the in-game vats that the fridge was derived from, inspiration-wise, and I saw in chat Joseph said the cloning vats in game have a black bag shape inside them. I feel like that's kind of true, but I can't remember where to go find that or verify that. So,
I mean, were you about to teleport me there against my own will?
No, I was certainly not gonna surprise you with it.
Yeah, he was. But yeah, double sheet metal door. We didn't see many marketable ones last year. But we have been seeing quite a lot of free ones, and this isn't the early double sheet metal door, is there? Because there's another one we'll be showing you in a minute. In fact, it's going to be the next door. Mr. MICRØ, can you close that door next to it? And this skin right here happens to have a pretty interesting detail about it. Mr. MICRØ, how about you just quickly say hello to us from the other side?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do the walk around. I'm doing the long walk.
Damn kid, stop knocking on my door. Oh, made me break my window. Yes, it's a see-through mesh. This right here is up. No! You pull that out right now. This is up for sale right now. It is the Trust and Rust double sheet metal door to be precise. And yes, it also glows in the dark. Let's just get a good look at you. There we go. Nice and bright. Big noticeable logos for Trust and Rust. And as we rise up, we can see the lighting. Don't look at that damage. Don't look at the damaged window. But yeah, you get a good look at the lights right there. So, pretty interesting. You have to buy it now. It's only going to be available for the week. It's not tradable. It's not marketable. Much like the fridge. If you want it, you've got to buy it now whilst it's available. Because once it's gone, it's gone. Make sense? All good to you? So, yeah. Get a good look at that once more. And let's just slowly... There we are. Perfect. Cool. Alright, so that's the double sheet metal door. Now we have the RAD wooden door right next to us. So, this is Rise Against Disorders. Was that correct? I said this earlier, didn't I? It is the RAD door. Yes. MICRØ, do you remember if it's Rise Against... It's the name of the organisation. Yeah. And yet again, we got more peepholes. So this is a wooden door. And last week we literally talked about being able to see through the twig door. MICRØ, would you like to quickly say hello?
Yes, I'm on my way back from the military tunnel again. I was continuing my experiment while you were talking.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Keep going. Keep talking, I'll be there in about 3 seconds.
But yep, this is also glow in the dark. So let's just get a good look at you. Here we are. It's like post-it notes all over it. And then there's MICRØ.
To be able to see me over
and noticeably...
Lots of see-through on this. It's not just the window. It's all the little cracks and the little vent down at the bottom. This is a extremely see-through.
There's loads of holes.
Door.
It's like barely held together. I honestly think the post-it notes are what's keeping it all together. But I like the gimmick of RAD, the organisation, so Rise Against Disorders. They just put that there, but then they added an I as a joke. RAID, haha, quite a clever little joke there. So, but you know, over the past couple of weeks, well, technically month, because we also had the Animals wooden door. We've been talking about the likes of see-through wooden doors and whatnot, and this right here is for free. All you have to do is watch the streams, and you can pick this up for free. And here's the potential dilemma. If they're giving out a very helpful wooden door like this for free, why would I want to buy another wooden door? It glows in the dark. There you go. That's actually pretty good if I make it nighttime. Yeah, there you are. I could see everything. Yeah, I can see MICRØ. There he is. Naughty MICRØ. Anyway, yeah, why would I want to buy another wooden door? I've got this. Do you get what I mean? In terms of, well, it glows. I can see through it. You know, if I had another door, you know, I definitely would want to keep this, get the spray can out, take a quick look, put it back to where it was. You know, makes sense, doesn't it? So, yeah, you probably would never need to get another door ever again. And that's not the only one, all right? That's not the only one. So, the Twig door costed money and this one is free. Will the Twig door lose value? Probably now, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if it potentially loses value. The potential positives with the likes of the Twig door is, well, you know, there might be a collection out of it, and it's probably gonna get a whole lot more. But with the likes of that, it's definitely gonna have a hamper on all of the potential new wooden doors. Like, this is the new standard, I guess you could say. What's the right way of saying it, MICRØ? Like, I think everybody's just going to be like, well, I've already got this door, and then there's this new wooden door. Do I really want that new wooden door? They're probably going to say no. And
yeah, it definitely kind of sets a precedent for...
Precedent, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what, MICRØ, I'm sorry to do this, but I think I should skip ahead to the other garage, the other RAD door, because I know we got this in between, but like... So this is the other RAD door. And do you notice something? Because I can notice a lot. Yeah. So this is, and what's the correct word that you said it? It's economic. It's not doing us any favors. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it certainly could create an impact. You know.
Yeah. Like a negative economic impact for future potential garage doors. Like, so this has appeared, and yes. This glows in the dark, as you can see. Helpful.
Was it consequence? Was that the term I used?
Consequence? Yes, consequence would probably be the best word to say because, yeah, now that this is here, and it's also for free, you just have to watch streams, any Rust stream. You could watch me on twitch.tv HJune. You could watch me, and I'll drop this as well. And, like, why would I... And I'm sorry to say this, Quincy, but you as a screen creator, it's quite alarming for you lot. Why would I want to buy another garage door when I have that, which was for free? Do you not see the problem here? Do you not see or understand the potential issues? Yeah. So this is level height. I don't need to stand anything. I don't need to jump. It's right there. We've also got a little bit of a foot, like MICRØ. If you kind of crouch right next to the door, I can still see you through the little vent as well. Like, show me those footsies. So
that's probably most useful for jump up construction, seeing, you know, what's going on the other side of a staggered half wall.
Yeah. So yeah. What do you do now? What do you think? Like, you got to understand. Loads of people are playing Rust at the moment. It's still very close to post-Christmas time. And loads of people are going to be aware of this event. Loads of people are going to want to get these free skins. Loads of people are going to get those free skins. A lot of people aren't going to miss out. And do you understand? Like, all the potential new garage doors now are likely going to struggle because of this. There's no guarantees, but I'm just pointing it out there. And yeah, it's a problem. So this kind of feels like they were just being extra lenient for charity. That's fine, but it wasn't for sale. There's no money being sent to the charity. I don't know. But it does look really cool. I should point that out. It does look really nice. Let's just get a good, nice view.
We do kind of, we do kind of see some leniency, some extra leniency when it comes to drops. event skins, streamer drops, charity drops, things like that. So maybe they do have some rhyme and reason when it comes to deciding what will be allowed. We don't, fortunately, don't see this kind of thing on everything that's submitted every week. I think if there was a really cool design that incorporated transparency somehow, I'm sure they wouldn't say no, but we just don't see it happening all that much because over time, a lot of those designs have been rejected. So it could be just a matter of relaxing some of the rules here for charity, or maybe we're moving in a new direction with
Because we had, I'm
what
sorry
the
to
rules look
interject,
like.
we had the charitable rust double door with the windows, and now it's selling for $10. There was something to stop everybody from buying it. A lot of people still bought it, but it's like there was something to really stop people from everybody getting it. This is for free. You only have to watch the stream. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm just cautious now about what I'm going to do in terms of wanting to buy newer garage doors and what buy orders I might want to put down for them if it gets to that point. It's really put a new, different perspective. It's got something in the back of my head now that I have to be cautious about. Probably this isn't going to last forever. Like this worry won't really matter too much. Maybe it probably won't matter in about 6 months' time, maybe. But we shall see. All right. I'm just wondering, is this going to end up delving into creator-made skins? Are they going to be... Sorry about that. Are they going to be allowed? So, we've seen it with wooden doors. Could we end up seeing this with other doors? So, sorry about the long talk. Mr. MICRØ, if you've got any other words you might want to offer, and then we'll quickly go back to the other doors we're supposed to show.
Well, I don't want to have my words taken as being too critical. I mean, I think it's a great skin. The implementation here, as far as being over the top, is really related to the transparency that he's done. But even in doing so, I think he did a great job in the design here. I mean, it's creative. It's definitely got that rundown, rusty look and feel to it. So I can't take any credit away. One thing I'll point out is that this has a little bit of glow on the roller. Why don't you roll that, or I'll roll it up here. You take a look at that at nighttime. There is just a slight touch of glow on that roller, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's just enough to let you navigate your base in the dark with the doors up, and it gives it just that extra bit of utility, that extra function that we all love to see. So definitely a good and thoroughly designed and well executed skin, and I certainly going to get one myself for sure.
It's got everything. It's got everything. Right. So, let's go back to talking about the other doors. Sorry if that went on for a bit too long, but I'm sure I've pointed out the economic worry that I have. So, let's now talk about this armoured door. See, the armoured door doesn't have it. The armoured door's just in ruin. No, it's all intended. It's a pretty fun design that we have here. This is the Trust and Rust armoured door. It is also a Twitch drop. Get a good look at this, people. It needs a lot of repair. MICRØ, get the tools. Get the tools.
I like that. I think Duck did a cool job on this, making that look like just some really old and crudely made bunker construction here with, heavily reinforced rebar and concrete with the truss. Even the S in trust is like hanging down and dangling by a missing screw. So
you can open the door if you want.
And oh, thank you.
Yeah, and...
Or did you mean the hat?
Yeah, I wanted to take a look at the other side. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on through.
Don't mind if I do. And then, yep. And does it glow? Yes, it does. Mm-hmm. Get a good look at that. Nice and bright. And now I'm going to
I can even turn off the stage lights here to really emphasize that exactly what about that is glowing.
Yep, nice and noticeable. Pretty good. So, yep, it's free. It's a Twitch drop. All you got to do is watch. Show your support if you can. And yes. Okay. Now we're going to quickly show off the hJune garage door, and I wouldn't put your hand through that. MICRØ, would you want to take a little peep? A little peek? Hello, Mr. MICRØ, how you doing? So yes, it's another garage door. That's for free. That you can peep through. Now, I should point out, this is, I'm not crouching or anything, standing up. It's a bit of a struggle to look around. However, it might be better for those that are trying to see if anyone's crouching below your garage door, maybe. MICRØ, if you could crouch right next to it. Yeah, I can spot you. Yeah, if you go a little bit more to the side. Yeah, a little bit more, like right to the side. Yeah, I can spot that. So if you got these available, whip out the spray can. I got you. But yeah, you're not going to be able to shoot through it because technically it's still solid ball. It's just transparent. Get out of it. But yeah, and you probably already saw this. It does, in fact, glow in the dark. MICRØ, could you quickly just lift it up? Actually, I can. I'm not... Yeah. And does it have helpful glow in the dark? No. So the only one that does is this. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's got a pretty cool design. It's cracked. Yeah, this garage door is cracked. Everybody needs it. Everybody wants it. Everybody likes it. But yeah, it's got a helpful see-through mesh. Mesh. But the other garage door is better, I'd say, in terms of being able to see through it from a level height. But if you want to be able to get a better good look of what's just below, right in front of the door, that would be helpful to have. So you could mix and match. You could get both for free. They're both Twitch drops. All you got to do is watch. You could just watch hJune and grab everything, it seems. But keep an eye on it. It might change. I think Rustoria might end up being the one that you have to watch in terms of getting the Rustoria skins. So yeah. All right. So we have a sleeping bag, Mr. MICRØ. Where did you put that sleeping bag?
I have it in my inventory. I'm going to do something super quick here. Just as a question from chat, would a half-height wall block the hole? The answer is yes. Yes,
it does. All right. So if you could put down that sleeping bag, I can whip out a certain something. All right. So... another Twitch drop. This is hJune sleeping bag, I believe. Well, you've got to watch him to be able to get it. So let's just get a good look at that. It's a little robot. Always be cooking. Let's just slowly pan away as I make it night time. And what do we see? It's a glow-in-the-dark sleeping bag. It's nice and free and available to you. Please consider watching the streams over the weekend. Well, Sunday, and throughout the week. So throughout the week, I must reiterate, we have 8 Twitch drops that you can get for free. All you need to do is, for 4 of them, watch hJune, and for the other 4, just watch any Rust stream, and that's it. You could get all of them simply by watching hJune. So, pretty good. And if you would like to consider it, please consider buying some of the skins that are in the Rust store, like the fridge, the double doors, and the armor, which we'll show you off in a minute. So yeah, nicely made. Cool stuff. Right, MICRØ, if you would like to remove that sleeping bag and strike a pose with the AK of the week. Rustoria AK. Let's get a good look at this. Nice, it's bright, it's colourful, it's Rustoria. Get a good look at that. Now, does this glow? Oh, God, here we go. Alright. Nothing glows. Nothing glows. Good. Nothing glows. I hope we're not going to get lenient with that. That'll be a problem, but yeah. This is a pretty colourful, nice looking AK. It's going to be for free if you watch hJune. And Mr. MICRØ, turn to your left a little bit. Get a good look at that AK. Rustoria AK. Yep. I mean, it literally says it on the top of the thing. Yep. And then I'm going to slowly pan around. This isn't the first batch of Rustoria skins we've seen, is it? We've seen the likes of a large box and whatnot before. So, if you got those before, you got more to the collection. Better make sure you watch. And then let's just put this at night time. Come on. Nighttime. Perfect. A much better look. Yes. Nice, bright, colourful, the leather. Would you like to put it on your back, Mr. MICRØ?
Mm-hmm. I would be happy to. I think this actually looks pretty good with the faceted appearance. You know, not unlike the tempered set where we saw the top of that box have that angular sort of look to it. The door obviously has it. The box has it. The double door has it. And the AK fits that pretty well. Got a nice... Actually, I'm moving more than I need to really show off that faceted look.
We can
Pretty
see it.
cool.
Don't worry. But it is a cool design. And just to double check, doesn't glow. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Yeah. The aim sight isn't super helpful. It's like a. It doesn't seem. It gets dark real quickly. It seems. And
I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't mind using this.
Light blue, sort of. It's just. I think I just had a bad shadow. That's all. But yeah. Pretty handy, pretty helpful, and yeah, it's all in the name of a good cause. Right, so, MICRØ, what we have left is the armour. So, let's get a good look at that, Mr. MICRØ. Whip it out. The face mask and the chest plate are currently up for sale in the Rustoria, but the kilt will be a drop. I can't speak. The kilt will be a drop. So this is the Trust and Rust face mask, chest plate, and road sign kilt. And if you want, Mr. MICRØ, just do a nice quick spin around. Not super quick, but you get the idea. Because if you remember, we've had some Trust and Rust skins before. We had a Trust and Rust hoodie, didn't we, Mr. MICRØ? Mm-hmm. Would you be able to quickly put that on? Because there was something that a lot of people
doesn't really match, but I'll put it on.
I mean, it doesn't, no, but doesn't matter because with the I guess you could say hype and anticipation for the Trust and Rust event going on, a lot of people have been buying out the likes of the already existing Trust and Rust skins. So that hoodie right there is now selling, and yeah, that hoodie was sold and was marketable and tradable afterwards. So I don't know what's going on. The hoodie was tradable, marketable, but the armor isn't. Anyway, that hoodie was selling for like $1 for most of the time. Now we got close to this new Trust and Rust event. Now it's selling for $5 a piece. The large box selling for $5 a piece. The AK only really kind of went up by about 50%, so it went from like $1 something to $2. But yeah, it turns out when there's another Trust and Rust event coming along, Trust and Rust skins go up in price. So the more you know. And it was a surprise to me. I didn't think it really budged that much, but yeah, there you go. Made a difference, didn't it? So, Mr. MICRØ, is there... What's that you're wearing? Oh yeah, Loot Leader. Yeah. So
I'm wearing my go-to, my staple, which is obviously you said it, the Loot Leader set. For some reason, it's not super popular. I think it's got some versatility to it in terms of stealth and like earth tones, but I don't know. There's some more flashy stuff out there. There's some more camo stuff out there. So this kind of just sits in the middle there. It's pretty affordable. But I think it serves as a good base for a lot of these armor sets to have some color and some pop to them. So I've seen some suggestions that, the blue here, it's going to work with Skull Killer and some other things. Like that's obviously a very personal decision, how you decide to pair this up. In preparation for this, I was talking to Waza, and I see Mr. Metatron here also suggesting Skull Killer. So why don't I put that on real quick, and we can maybe see how well that works. You can all form your opinions there. I think it clashes a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The blue doesn't match up. Like, the armor is like a dull blue, and the gold is like a dull gold. And the Skull Killer is really, like, shiny. And it doesn't match up very nicely. You can keep spinning around. Oh, yeah, we've got the conspiracy.
Yeah, this doesn't really fit. I'm just looking for some blue stuff here. Maybe that could work.
That's a better blue, but it's the gold. It's the gold. It just doesn't really work with anything. Maybe they'll make Trust and Rust hoodie and pants next year, and maybe they'll make it gold and blue like that. it would work. Try tempered. Do you think we got enough money for tempered? We don't have. I don't think we have tempered currently on us at the moment, but I don't think anything's gonna. I think we've proved the point. You don't really need blackout. He's wearing loot leader. It's exactly the same thing almost.
Well, yeah,
almost.
It's dark. I mean,
Yeah.
the loot leader is not nearly as dark. It's a little more shiny than the blackout.
But yeah,
I don't think it would substantially change the pairing here.
You could slowly walk into the darkness a bit, and then a good idea. There you go.
Now
you know.
There's blackout set. Boom. Bingo.
Right. So yeah, trying to make us buy the blackout set. Yeah, whip out your money then. Whip out your wallet bacon. Here we go. That's gone up in price by a lot. That has gone up in price by a ton. All of the very meta skin sets have gone up in price by an insane amount. Post Christmas time has been ridiculous. I honestly didn't think it would last as long as it did, and it's still going on. Like the prices at the moment still going strong, and here you go. Here's the thing that I wanted to point out about, and we're about to show it off as well. We have Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year next week. And yeah, that's a good compromise, black gold. And it doesn't work out well because it's also got the gold trims. That was actually a clever idea, but no, no, you're better off just wearing. No, I don't think this is going to work with anything. We tried, chat. We tried, but yeah. So we have Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year next week. And will we see maybe some more money being pumped into the Rust economy? I get a good feeling it's going to happen to CSGO. There's load. CSGO is massive in China, so I know there's going to be a lot of money being spent towards that. The dull blue and the jeans. Nah, it's the hoodie. The hoodie doesn't really match up with it. I'm being hyper picky, but yeah. But yeah, next week we might see another. What's the word? Injection of money. Like there might be a lot of money being pumped back into Rust again. We're probably going to see the post-Christmas momentum turn into Chinese New Year momentum. There's going to be a lot of money being gifted to younger people, and they're going to probably want to put it towards games and put it towards Rust and, well, most likely CSGO. But we'll see. Will the post-Christmas momentum go all the way into February? Will it go throughout all of January is what I'm saying. I would like to see it, but yeah, February update could help a bit to sustain players. Yes, we have seen this before. January and February tends to have the most people playing throughout all of the whole year. January had a peak of 176,000 people playing. That was last week. And well, will we see it get close to that for the wipe day and the update day for February? Maybe, possibly. It's nice to. Oh, what are you doing? What? Yeah, you stop that now. No more suggestions. We're going to move on.
One out of options here. No, there's so many options.
Just jump into the water and disappear.
Matter of taste.
But yeah, let's make it. I'm worried about what you're going to show next. He's just going to be naked, isn't he? Don't you dare. So we're going to show off some workshop skins. We're going to show off the continuations that we've seen in the workshop this week. And what on earth are you wearing?
It's just the black face punch hoodie with the blue. I mean, it's also face punch pants. I don't know what set this is. I don't think it's urban camo. I can't remember what they call it.
I for the life of me cannot remember that. But yeah, I think we've done enough. I think we've done enough.
They call it urban camo pants is what those ones are called.
Camo pants. Is it confirmed Love Struck set is going to be continued for next Valentine's?
Potentially road sign. Maybe. That's the only tidbit I can offer there.
Maybe. Well, it's the missing piece, so maybe. Oh, what's that? It's the Shroud hoodie. I remember that. Hey, that kind of looks like it could work a little bit. Look at your smile. You did a good job. Right, no, seriously, we're going to move on, all right? Let's now start talking about all the workshop skins that we've seen that were submitted this week. But quite conveniently, all of the workshop skins that were submitted, all of the deployables were actually Chinese New Year skins. So, here we are. Gentlemen, as I've mentioned, we have Lunar New Year next week, Chinese New Year. I'm not sure which one's the right one to say, my apologies. Yeah, I think they're the same. But yeah, we've got Chinese New Year next week. We're going to have Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year skins only for next week. We're going to see the return of the likes of the Gong and... one sec. So yeah, the return of the Gong, the Lantern, the Sky Lantern, and the Dragon Door Knocker in the Rustoria rotation next week. And we're going to see some very interesting looking skins. And quite conveniently, we have 3 continuations of skins that we've seen before. So let's start off with Morphos's... What is the name of this? Jade Lunar?
Jade Lunar.
Yeah. Jade Lunar collection. So let's just get a good look at this. And you helped out with this one, didn't you?
Well, no. I mean, in essence, I assisted with some of the ancillary tasks. I did the thumbnails, I did the renders, I did the screenshots, although I think Morphos may be working on some additional screenshots. But this is all Morphos's work here. I mean, in terms of the applying the texture and deciding on the layout and the format, I got to give most of the credit to Morphos on this. And it fits really well with the door, and we had a door accepted, I think it was last year for this event, and the door looks cool. And well, I think you were giving some away on stream the other day, weren't you?
I was, yeah. I had a lot of them, and they've been going up in price quite comfortably recently. But yeah, I do a lot of giveaway streams here and there, pretty much every day. So if you want to take part in that, you know what to do. But yeah, let's just quickly make sure if it glows in the dark or not, and it does not. But it does look pretty good under that lantern.
Yeah, I think it fits. I think it fits with the style of the collection. He did a good job making it work with the Year of the Rabbit, and the execution is pretty nice here in terms of translating that design from the door to the box, which is, they're obviously very differently shaped, so it's not always easy to make the textures work going from one item to another. But yeah, the combination of the two looks pretty good. You could see them together on the workshop page. I posted some screenshots of them in combination. So you be the judge. I like it.
I think it's not too wacky. It's down to earth. It's reasonable. I'd say it's fairly grounded. I mean, I've seen actual Chinese art and whatnot and pottery, and I can see how he's got that whole mood board and figured. Yeah, I like it. I've seen the door. I like the door, so I think it's got a fairly decent chance of being accepted. Continuations. Yeah. Well, talking about continuations, we do have the 3rd installment of the small boxes. This is the Year of the Rabbit box made by Samota. If you are aware, he had the Ox box, he had the Tiger box. This year, could we see the Rabbit box? So he's been very successful in getting boxes accepted. It's a shame he didn't start when, obviously, we had the first Chinese New Year event. It's not really an event, it's just a bunch of skins, isn't it? So would we see fireworks up for sale again?
It is an event in sorts. I believe there are the actual firecracker things are only enabled during the event.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about that, but I think these firecracker things are only
available
during the Lunar New Year.
No, not near me, MICRØ. I'm going to set on fire.
I hope that Arctic protection outfit keeps you safe there.
Those hot dogs exploded. Oh, I would have eaten them.
Now, if you look to your left of your body there, which is kind of behind the camera, but I put out that door just for the sake of comparison here. And well, I guess I should put it facing the right direction, eh?
I mean, you can put the box next to it if you want, but yeah, that's the Jade Lunar. But yeah, I remember rabbits this
year.
Get the
idea.
And
that's the
tigers
reference
last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's cool. All right, so MICRØ, what do we have for last? It is an armoured double door. Oh, gorgeous, yes. We've seen a lot of double doors, haven't we? And I should point this... Yes. But, yeah, the point I was going to quickly point out... No furries, please. Anyway.
Hey, now. This is a all-inclusive stream. Everyone's welcome, regardless of any things like that.
So let's just quickly also point out the rabbit mask will be available next week every year for the animal that it's representing. We have the animal mask, but they're all the same stats. So if you've got an ox mask, if you've got a tiger mask, it's going to be no different compared to that rabbit. It's just, it's a rabbit and he looks really scary. Look, I've seen Donnie Darko and I know how this works. Go away. I don't want to have a plane land on me. All right, so let's just get a good look at this. Do you recall last year, Mr. Duck made a very nice garage door that sold very nicely. That garage door that we saw last year sold for like $35,000 at what, $3.49? Go take a look at its price right now. It doubled in price. It was always in demand. It always held up its price. And now we have a double armoured door. And I've got a very good feeling that this is going to be the first double armoured door to be accepted in almost a year. What do we have over to the side? It's that door I was talking about. So yeah. Hedge, get your head out of the way. No one wants to see your ugly head. Oh, no, I've zoomed in too much. Okay, look, let's just press that. And yeah, there. Okay, good. So, last year we have the garage door to the left, and as I said, sold very well, was always in demand, and well, at the moment, selling for a very nice profit. MICRØ, could you turn the lights off? That's it, perfect. And yep, now we've got a very nice continuation to the right here. I like how the handles glow, not the actual handles, but like the plating all around it and whatnot. So, pretty cool looking design. Very interesting. Could you quickly close those hatches as well, if you could? Just want to make sure if the... yeah, it doesn't make that much of a difference. So yeah, it's a nicely made skin, and I have a good feeling this one will be accepted, and I have a good feeling, if you know your double armoured door skins, they are very good investments, so keep an eye out for this. I might actually jump in and buy some immediately. I'm that, certain for it. Because throughout all of last year, so many double armoured door skins were made, none of them accepted other than Outer Planets. That right there might be the only 2023 one. And if you're in it for the long haul, that might be the safe money maker. But again, long haul. You don't know how long this might be going on for. And you never know. With so many armoured door skins being accepted last year, do you reckon they might randomly start accepting tons of double armoured doors this year? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm comparing the two sides of the door here. They are ever so slightly different. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be distracting.
No,
there, but,
you weren't distracting. I was just being very reactionary. So there is a slight difference. What are you doing?
It's subtle. It's subtle. It's I mean, the theme is obviously very much carried over from both sides, but yeah, it's got some uniqueness to the two sides.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I want to make chat happy, Mr. Metatron. You're
Such
right.
a perfectionist. Anyway, yeah. Pretty good looking door. So, I look forward to it. I hope to see it being accepted. And I look forward to seeing all the other doors. Now, I should point out, the amount of double doors that I saw being submitted this Tuesday was insane. I saw 6 sheet metal double doors being submitted. The comparison of deployable skins versus armor and weapon skins for Chinese New Year, 75% of them were deployables. Boxes, doors, more boxes, doors, one furnace, one rug. Yeah, it was just doors. So I think we might be seeing a lot of deployables being accepted next week. Just the heads up. Alright, so Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, next week. Keep your eyes open, and we're going to see some very interesting looking skins. Keep your investor hands ready, because that door, that's the one. Okay. Right. What's next? We have weapons. No, we have tools. We have tools, MICRØ, tools. So if you go get yourself nice and ready, let's go get this all nice and set up. We have a bunch of tools, weapons, and then we have some armor to show off. So we've got the Waterpipe, we've got the SAR, we've got the Thompson, and then we've got... yeah, that's it. Cool. Right. So, gentlemen, you might not realise or remember this, but quite a long time ago, Mr. MICRØ made a collection called Shattered Mirror. That's correct, isn't it, MICRØ? MICRØ
Yes,
and
sir.
Schwanzper. I can't pronounce his name properly. Schwanzper? Is that... I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. But you did
It's a strange combination of consonants there.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
hey,
how to pronounce it either.
it's all good. That looks nice. Look at the reflection on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty. It's actually, I think it looks really cool. Really well done.
So yeah.
Really captures that look of a cracked mirror, of a broken mirror.
So if you don't know, this was a collection that was made and got all the core pieces being accepted in 2021. So I'm talking the tier 3, the tier 2, the hoodie, the pants. All of that got accepted with an AK, and then they didn't make any more skins. They're done. They didn't do anything else. And then very randomly, a year and a half later, they're like, oh yeah, let's just go and make some more. But you know, this actually looks pretty good. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this is accepted. It's got a pretty cool looking gimmick to it. It's not super flashy. I mean, depends where you are in the world. If you like your flashy environments, it will reflect your personality, but in a broken way. So yeah, what did I just see? Anyway,
we got a question in chat. Do they look green if you're in the forest? And the answer is, yes, sort of.
I'm not as fast as you.
They reflect a lot of sky. Well, so.
I'm running chat as fast as I can. There's the forest over there. I'm trying, chat. I'm trying.
It was pretty far. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you could get to back to the base, so you can teleport me back instantly when I'm ready. When I'm ready. Ow. Ow. There you go. It's all nice and green. It's a chameleon, chat. If I go over to here in the orangey parts of the grass, it's fairly brown and orangey enough. Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted. All right, MICRØ, teleport me. Go.
All right. I wasn't that ready, but yeah.
You know, as fast as you can. It's a lot faster than me. When oh my god, where have I? Oh god, right, thank you. No.
Oh, you dodged me.
You go stand over there. Right. So, strike a pose. Turn more to your left if you can. Let's get that nice candy floss sky in the background. Oh, it's all gone. Right, so we don't have the lights on. Let me go sort that out. Plop, plop. Yeah, okay. Turn more to your left. Alright. Let's get a good look at that. Yep. See, it's a bit awkward because it's night time. It's just kind of reflecting like the lake behind it, or the water behind it, and the night sky. So it is a bit awkward, but yeah, you get a good idea of its reflection. You can see all of that. That looks pretty interesting. Looking pretty cool. Yep. I should stop moving. So I'll just let you keep slowly moving left and right. Yeah. Do you want to pull out the hatchet? Do the exact same thing that you're just doing right there. No, I meant like... Oh, yeah, you can't see it as much because you hold it differently. You've got to remember that. He holds it differently. And yeah, even though we got the lights right... Oh, there you go. Perfect. There you go. Now I got the reflection. There we are. Yes. So it's more of a gimmick, I'd say, in terms of textures. Like, I don't want to sit here and say it's like low poly and JPEG, but close. What would we say it? What would we call it, MICRØ? Would it be a gimmick, or I don't know. I'm a bit confused in what to say.
No. I think it's. I mean,
mosaic
it's,
and shiny.
yes, that's a good way of saying it. It's done in the style of a mosaic, basically, and it just represents something that's shaped at like a hatchet that was, or a bunch of broken glass applied to a hatchet. I'm not quite sure, but it's. I think it executes that style based on the theme that he's described. I don't know. That's probably a silly way of saying it, but I think it definitely bears resemblance to the name. So,
yes.
Shattered Mirror. I think that works.
I think he did a very good job, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the first set of tools to be accepted in 2023. Right. Shall we move on to talking about a weapon I haven't seen in a long time? It's a Waterpipe.
I just remembered. I think I have the Shattered Mirror set. If I can put that on real quick. You know what?
Well,
I might just have the armor. No, I do. I have the hoodie pants too.
all right then. If you want to be an extra shiny person, you can be an extra shiny
I'm
person.
feeling kind of shiny right now.
He's
I
feeling
mean,
nice and reflective. Is what he's saying. He wants to reflect with all of you, chat. He wants.
oh, you know what? Okay, I can only be half shiny because I only have the hoodie. Apparently, I don't know where my pants are.
What?
You ever had that feeling where you wake up and you just don't know where your pants are?
I'm
I left them on the repair bench.
shiny. Da, da, da,
I
da,
left them on the
da.
repair bench.
Da,
Hold
da,
on.
da, 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 da.
Not
'Cause
here in my
I'm
drawers.
shiny. All
I-
right.
Do I really look all that shiny? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are shiny, but just doesn't go with the loot leader. What are you doing? All right. I got to talk about the pipe. I got to talk about the pipe. So, this is a water pipe, and do you remember, chat, YouTube? When was the last time we saw a water pipe shotgun being accepted? I'll give you 5 seconds. Pause if you must. Do 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 do. Bruh. Da 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 da. The last time we saw a water pipe shotgun being accepted was last year, Chinese New Year last year in 2022. We have not seen our water pipe being accepted in a year. And I don't like that. So, Mr. Sodsender right here has decided to turn his Noir collection into a water pipe. Yes, he's trying to make a water pipe skin being accepted. What a brave man. Thank you for not doing double barrel shotgun. So yeah, last year we saw like 12 double barrel shotgun skins being accepted, and we saw 1 pump shotgun and 1 water pipe, and that gets on my nerves. We could do better than that, and I think he's done a very good job in bringing out his collection with this. Not too wacky, not too insane. It's just right. So let's just quickly go to nighttime. Get a good look at that. As I slowly walk slightly in the light, the aim sight stands out. And as I slowly look at Mr. MICRØ as he wears his loot leader, it pairs out. Pairs up quite nicely, doesn't it? Oh, yes. Get a good look at that. Yes.
This is my water pipe.
This, again,
there are many like it, but this one is mine.
It's a matter of, it's not super insane in terms of design, but it's just right in what it wants to be. Like, I know that sounds pretty weird. It's licorice. It's licorice. Either you like it or you hate it, pretty much. But yeah, like, it's not insane. It's not wacky. We saw what he intended to do with his hoodie and pants that he tried to do before. It's really trying to keep with that black and white noir theme from the movies and whatnot. So I totally understand it. It's just a matter of water pipes. Haven't seen one accepted in almost a year. Could it be the one? Could it be the one to be accepted? I hope so. I would like to see it happen. I would like to see more pump shotguns being accepted. But yeah, all of last year it was all about the double barrel. All right. Can you put it on your head? Ow! Can you put it on your body and just stop being mean? Stop throwing hot dogs everywhere as well. No! See, it didn't even... Whatever. What are you doing? No. 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 Oh, they're not on, you fool.
No, it's funny. The world model for these is like a flare or something. It's not actually the firecracker. So
yeah. All right. So we got a good look at that. If you like what you see, especially of all of these workshop skins that we've seen so far today and what you're about to see, if you like what you see, can you please consider voting yes or no on the workshop? Please do that, show your support, and it could potentially help them get that little bit of an edge to potentially being accepted. Right, now we're going to take a look at something very similar. Maybe they're cousins. It's the Blackboard collection. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Get a good look at the aim sight. Yes, it's bright and white. Probably not very helpful in this environment, but most other environments it should help you out quite nicely. Give it a quick reload. Slot that in. Give it a good look. Yep. Got all the formulas. The teddy bear, the pumpkin, the DNA. Whose DNA is it, Mr. Kua? Whose DNA is it? So, yep, Mr. Kua has decided to make a SAR. Let's get a good look at that. And let's slowly rotate around. Yes, get a good look at that. So we've been looking at many of these Blackboard skins over the past couple of weeks. We recently saw the likes of the LR300 being accepted. But, you know, been waiting for a while for another one. Been waiting a while for another one to be accepted. Waiting on that still. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. But, you know, with the likes of SARs, we're seeing loads of SAR skins being accepted as of recent. Are we going to see another? Or are we going to take a break from it? 2023 is going to be a funny one. Because we're going to be seeing maybe some other weird anomalies. Much like, as I said, with the armoured doors last year, we saw tons and tons of them being accepted. But, yeah. Are we going to see even more SAR skins being accepted this year, or are we going to see less? Maybe it might randomly become a rare sight to see. You never know. But from what I know is... what are you setting up here?
I'm just accessorizing while you talk. Sorry.
You're allowed to do that more often if you like. I mean... Nice aim, shooting the sky. Hope the bird doesn't fall on your head. So, yeah, that is the Blackboard SAR. Please consider voting for that, yes or no, if you like it. Alright. Well, let's now talk about... Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry. I mean... Just... Yeah. Slenosta. Retro helped him out with this one, didn't he? Stop playing around with those bloody...
Sorry, I just realized I think I might be a pyromaniac. Sorry about that.
Right. What we have right here is a continuation of the Redemption collection. If you remember, we had that very cool looking LR300 being accepted just before Christmas. And perfectly, we have a Thompson. And if you know me, I love my Thompson skins. Thompsons, right? Great investments. They sell very nicely. Go take a look at all of the Thompson skins right now. They are all in the positive. They are selling very, very, very nicely. And I fully expect this to potentially be the next one that gets accepted and sells very nicely. Now, if you are aware, Slenosta did make several Redemption skins, and 2 of them didn't work out well. They weren't accepted. Then he made the LR300. That got accepted. And now I think this is perfectly lining up to be the next acceptance. We haven't seen a Thompson skin be accepted for like 6-7 weeks. We've got Chinese New Year next week, so maybe we won't see... Well, I don't think we're definitely not going to see this next week, but I think we've got a good chance of seeing this appearing towards the end of January. That is a very good looking Thompson. It will probably be on sale on the Rustoria for about $3, and I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it sells above 20,000 sales. That is a good looking skin. It looks really nice. And of course, very helpful bright red aim sight. Drop the loot. So, MICRØ. Talk away. Stop it! Talk away.
Just checking to make sure this thing shoots nice.
Yes, it does. It's a Thompson.
Very accurate.
Don't
very deadly.
You dare.
Very lethal. Thompson's great. I'm glad something still works in this. That's me just being silly. I think all the guns are great.
All right, pause. Slow down, Hyper. All right, let's get a good look. All on from the side. I like the patterns. I like how some parts stand out. Some parts are like indents. They've done a very nice job. As I asked earlier, Retro helped out as well, correct? Who helped out with this one?
This may be a collab. I actually don't recall if this is Slenosta by himself or what the case is, but I do believe this is primarily Slenosta's work, although I can't certainly be confident in that with absolute certainty. But I believe that it is.
Let's just get a good look at it as we make it darker. Yes. Oh, look at that shine with the light in it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
So yeah, this is only Slenosta on the skins. on the workshop page.
Ah, did he get? Was he supported with the other ones? I swear I saw 2 before. Not to have a go or anything. I'm just like, yeah. I know he has done many collabs in the past, but yeah, just want to make sure.
He's a frequent collaborator. In fact, there's lots of collaboration happens all the time on the workshop. But the LR, which is accepted, is under him exclusively. And the L9 is also, that is a collab with Retro.
There you go. That's where I've
L9,
remembered.
But that wasn't accepted.
Yeah.
The AK was also a collab, them together. So, yeah, there's a little bit of both going on there. But the LR is the accepted one. And that was Slanosta by himself, solo there.
It's a really good looking gun. I think you've done a very good job there, Slanosta. And I think that's going to be accepted. Like, I don't want to, I don't mean to pick favourites, but I really do want another Thompson skin, please.
Yeah. Thompson's a great weapon to be making skins for right now. I mean, there are some challenges. I think we talked about that last week with the Dead Souls Thompson when we were showing that off. Particularly when it comes to allowing for a nice texture on the rear sight. It overlaps with other parts of the texture elsewhere on the gun, so you just have to plan that out when you're baking this thing or laying out the design. And this thing, is really more about the geometry here that he's done. He's put a lot of thought into how to model this in a way that gives it that sort of skeletonized, modern, like machined look to it, like a lot of lightweight types of things are. Like any non-essential metal is removed, leaving only like the structural stuff. And so this kind of works in that design or that concept. I think it fits really well. It's got a nice gloss map on it, so it responds to light very nicely. Actually, that we're not doing it great justice here the way I'm posing with this. It's sort of in a shadow where I'm standing here. Maybe I can stand over here and you just look at it from the opposite side. Looking at me with the sun coming at me from a different angle.
Sure thing. Just bringing it up. Come on, sunlight, where are you? There we go. Oh, yeah. I like that. That's the dawn sky. Oh, that looks really nice. Right. And then we'll turn that off. And there we are. Nice and shiny.
Oh. Why don't I stick it on my back there and you could see it
slowly turn left and right. I like how it shines. Yeah, a little bit more left and right. A little bit more. Like, really get around there. Stretch that back. Yeah. Yeah. No, I honestly think that's got a great chance. Like, I'm looking forward to that. I like the other skins. I like that one. And the last Thompson skin to come out, Recycler Thompson, I bought 100 of them. I bought 100. I bought 100 of them because I fully expected it to go up in price regardless. And, well, I think I'll be buying maybe a few more of them. Ooh. So, yeah, if it happens. If it happens. So, no need to shoot. Okay. MICRØ, would you like to put on the last skins that we're going to show off? It is the armour. So, not too long ago, we had a collection called Apostate. And with Apostate, it started off with the Hood in the Pants. It came out just before Halloween, I believe. And then we saw nothing. Well, no. There was, Multi-Name, or Multi-Arhat, or Raffaello, and Marco. They submitted Tier 3 quite quickly. And then immediately they submitted Tier 2 just after that. Personally, I think they should have waited a bit. And unfortunately, they never got an acceptance. Apostate, Hoodie and Pants are all sad and alone, and they got no other core pieces with them. However, recently, last week, we saw that they made a new version of the Tier 3 armor. Version 2, Tier 3 Apostate is right there in front of you. Let's get a good look at... whoa, that was a bit quick. Sorry about that. I went up so fast. I don't know what happened there. So, let's just slowly pan around. This is the pants. Get a slow twirl. Get a good look at what they've changed with this. So in the abdomen region, they've added some more detail. They got more clamps, or... I don't know what you call those. Locks? Zips? There's more texture to the actual coat part, the zipper. I don't want to say what do you call that front bit?
Clasp. I would call that a clasp or a
yeah.
fastener of some sort.
So it's got a very like rugged style DIY type of like clothing and armor style to it. Like there's a lot of patches, there's a lot of sewing. It looks like multiple pieces of various bits of clothing, and you got the random zips everywhere. So kind of like a Wastelander bandit style to it. It's not all black. I would class this not too black in terms of like Black Gold, Dragon Rage, and of course, you know, Blackout. So a lot of people are like, oh, this is just another black collection. No. I would say it's got a decent amount of red to stand out enough. But yeah, they've removed a lot of the red from the face mask. It's now got more of a sinister, toothy, sharp tooth design, I guess you could say. The red is now more flamey. But yeah, this is what they've made. And I think it's a nice improvement. And if you look on their workshop page, they have a very nice comparison picture where they show what they have. Yep.
Side by side.
Yeah, side by side, and you can clearly see what they have. And well, a lot of us were waiting, weren't we? A lot of us were waiting for Apostate to potentially get those Tier 3 and Tier 2 armors to be accepted. And it didn't happen. So you know what we're like. We like our core pieces. Tier 3, Tier 2, hoodie and pants. If we see more of them appear, the pre-existing ones shoot up in price by a lot. We bought out a lot of the hoodie and the pants and it just didn't happen. However, we potentially might see this appear. It might. There's no guarantees. But it looks good. We like it. Will Facepunch like it? Will they accept it? We don't know. We do not know. But yeah. That's basically it, isn't it, Mr. MICRØ? We've gone through all of the skins. We've discussed everything. We've talked about the fact that we have Trust and Rust. We have Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year next week. And, yeah, we're showing off all the skins for this week. No, not this again. It doesn't match. Stop forcing it, MICRØ. Your sense of style is gone. You're too old. Right, any final words, Mr. MICRØ? Chat, is there anything you'd like to discuss just before we wrap this up and say goodbye?
Nope, that's about it for this week. Good luck to all the skin creators out there. There's so many good skins every week. I'm on the edge of my seat every week, waiting to see what's going to be accepted in the store. And wish you all the best. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being part of the stream here, chiming in with some suggestions. And appreciate you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. MICRØ. Thank you for turning up today, helping out a lot. We had quite a lot to discuss. We had a lot of doors. We had a lot of doors to organise. But hey, we had some great talking points in regards to them. I do feel quite worried in regards to what's going to happen with the likes of the wooden doors and the garage doors from here and now. But we're only going to find out as time goes on, so we'll see how that all works out. Mr. MICRØ, give us a wave. Goodbye, Mr. MICRØ, and thank you for watching, everybody. We hope you had a lovely time. Oh, it froze a little bit. Come back to me, MICRØ, move! There we go. Splendid.